schools. So I had to choose between DO schools and Caribbean schools. At the time, I got into about six or so DO schools. They were like Vegas, New York, Pennsylvania, down south in Texas, and I think one more in Kansas or Iowa. And then I got into Caribbean schools, all the ones you can think of: St. George's, American University of the Caribbean, AUC, I think. And there was one more, I think it was the AUA, or something along those lines. Three of the Caribbean schools, I got acceptances to all those, and I actually took one of the acceptances to St. George's before I got into the DO schools because the cycles are a little bit different. If I can remember correctly, the cycles weren't essentially exactly the same. So I got into all the Caribbean schools. I got into six DO schools. I ended up personally choosing the DO school with the cheapest tuition, and it wasn't in the best location. Living in New York probably would have been a lot more fun, but it also would have required spending $60,000 a month for tuition, or sorry, a year for tuition, and then also living in New York is not cheap either. So my thought process behind the whole thing was that, hey, if I'm gonna go the DO route, I'm gonna choose the cheapest education, because at the end of the day, I'm still a DO. And at that point, I was scared. I didn't know if I was gonna get the same job opportunities. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to work at the same hospitals. There's this whole, at that time, there was dual like certification. You took like you could either go the MD route for residency or the DO route for residency. Now, since then, they have changed the entire dynamic.